This is a short introduction to Adnuntius. We solve two challenges in digital advertising, the cost of programmatic and the problem of data disappearing. Programmatic advertising is great for many purposes, like scalability, but one of the problems involves cost. The ISBA released a report in May 2020 showing that half of advertisers' money are spent on other things than actual media buying. And perhaps equally important, 15% of the money is lost without a trace. It is safe to say that programmatic advertising has a problem with cost and transparency. The other problem is that third-party data is about to disappear as browsers stop supporting it. Third-party cookies are central in identifying users across domains, and its disappearance means that buyers can no longer use their data in the same way. Adnuntius delivers private marketplace software that can be white-labeled, meaning that the brand will be yours while we deliver technology. Adnuntius Advertising is a private marketplace software that enables you to connect to publishers directly and regain 100% transparency and to reduce cost by as much as 80% compared to programmatic advertising. You can easily connect to publishing inventory using header bidding, JavaScript, or other connection methods. This is an example marketplace where here 18 publishers are connected to an account sending traffic through Prebid or JavaScript. As administrators, you will have full access to manage any publisher content, but each publisher can also be granted access to manage their own inventory, just as they can do with an SSP. Let's turn to the DSP side of the platform. As an administrator, you can of course manage campaigns on behalf of all of your advertising customers. But advertisers can also get access, as we see certain trends where advertisers would like to operate their own campaigns. Campaigns can be created with usual information, start and end dates, objectives such as impressions, clicks, or viewable impressions, and bid prices. I can set a range of targeting criteria, including ad unit targeting, where campaigns can be targeted down to individual placement level, or aggregated to sites, or categories of content. Other targeting examples include device targeting, geo-targeting, and segment targeting, which we will touch upon later. All reporting is in real time, and metrics like viewability is measured out of the box with no added cost. You can also see performance metrics on every single ad unit so that you can, for instance, exclude ad units with less than, say, 75% viewability. So far, we have covered the SSP part of the platform, where you can invite publishing partners to make their traffic available, and the DSP part where you can buy that traffic. Before we turn to the data platform, please note that you can also make the collected traffic available to small businesses through a white label self-service portal where advertisers can buy traffic in a simplified manner. They can create their own campaigns, design campaigns, and pay online. Google and Facebook dominates the growing revenue stream from SMBs, and Adnuntius helps to level the playing field and capture a piece of that revenue. Also, while programmatic revenue suffered during the COVID lockdown period, social media revenue remained more stable. A large pool of SMBs may be a less vulnerable revenue source. Now let's turn to the data platform. When targeting a campaign, you may remember that you can select segment targeting. If you have a DMP, you can easily connect that DMP to Adnuntius. But let's say that you're looking for new technology. Adnuntius data allows you to create segments based on what we call triggers. A trigger lets you apply segments to users who match certain behaviors or characteristics. In this example, I applied the segment called Adult Food Lovers whenever a user has stated, for instance, through registration, that he's 40 years or higher and has visited the domain aperitif.no. Let's say that you will use this segment when you advertise on aperitif.no. That's easy because if the data is collected from Aperitif and used on Aperitif, then that's all first-party data which is allowed by browsers. Publishers' first-party data may increase in value now that buyers can no longer use their data. And Adnuntius makes first-party data collection easy and also easy to activate. Now for a harder use case. A real estate agent creates a trigger where a user will be added to the segment Real Estate Hunters when they visited the domain norvik.no. If they want to enable this segment in a campaign on aperitif.no, that's no longer possible with cookies, since this is by definition third-party data. However, we see a trend where publishers and marketers are increasingly getting their users to register with a phone number or email address. Assuming in this example that the real estate agent and aperitif does this, we can use that information to re-enable cross-domain user identification and data sharing, and therefore reintroduce the retargeting campaign. In this short demonstration, we have shown you how publishers can make their inventory available in an SSP, how you can cost-effectively and transparently buy that inventory with a DSP, how you can make that inventory available to smaller buyers, and how you can build a data repository based on publishers' and advertisers' data. And most importantly, with this setup, you will reduce the cost of advertising by as much as 80%, regain 100% transparency where no money is lost, and activate data even though third-party cookies are becoming history.